Hi everybody, Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well. If you're new, Andy, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a bloody good subscribe. Can't see my poppy. Let me put this up here. Hope you're all safe and well. Friday, well done. Another week gone. Congratulations. Although we've got one more game, haven't we, until the World Cup break, if we can call it a break. But I think it'll be a break from the Premier League and West Ham. So, we're obviously playing Leicester City, 3 p.m. Kick-off on a Saturday. What's going on with that? Unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable. There's something, isn't there? I think we've only made... I think the only other time we've played 3 p.m. on a Saturday this season was the Chelsea away game, I want to say. I think so. At lunchtime today, I had Jack, who's a Leicester fan, from the final whistle on the Have You Say Friday. So listen to that, give his thoughts about the game ahead. And actually, I'll be on his show tonight, I think. So check that out. We've got Irish Tommy on the Late Late Show tonight, talking about Moyes and a cliff hedge. And also we'll have Holly's show, tweet all about it, as well as all the matchday content, all that type of stuff. But as always, on a Friday, we tend to do the press conference. Very, very short press conference. Very, very delayed press conference as well. Usually they're on about 1:30ish. This one didn't start till about 2:30. So maybe extra training on the pitch. Let's hope so. We bloody well need it. And it was very, very short. Literally 5 or 6 questions in terms of the press, the sort of the open press conference, and there's obviously the embargoed press conference afterwards. But in terms of, let's talk about team news. That's what we want to know. Team news. What's happening with team news? Well, this is what Moyes said. Moyes said basically Emerson is touch and go. Let's make that a bit larger. Emerson's touch and go because he broke his nose in midweek and's had to have it reset against Blackburn. He took a knock, didn't he? Then they did the sort of the tampons up the nose, and then obviously it was broken, so they've had to reset it. We've got a couple of knocks and niggles, so we'll see for tomorrow. Cornet is definitely out. He won't come back until after the World Cup. So the mystery that is Maxwell Cornet continues. Where is he? We don't know. I thought it was only a knock. He's only meant to be out for 1 week. He's back. He's not back. No idea. My only sort of view on that is it might be one of those sort of impact injuries. Do you remember we had a similar thing with Aaron Cresswell last year? We didn't know when he was going to come back, when he sort of did his tailbone, didn't he? When he knocked against that against the post in one of the Europa League games, and he was out for a few weeks, but we didn't know. And I think it could be the same thing. Although I've also heard that Cornet only wants to play, he's 100% fit as well. I don't know if that's true or not, but anyway, so we're not going to see Maxwell tomorrow. Emerson, who's obviously very much a squad player, touch and go because of his broken nose. Maybe we won't want to wear one of those Zorro masks. Something to look for, I suppose. And apart from that, it looks like we're okay. We're in good shape. Apart from that, a few knocks and niggles. So you'd imagine maybe Aguerd could have got a niggle. You got to think the people who actually played. And obviously we had the Skybacker came on. I think it'll be all right. I think it just seems like Cornet the only one out of and maybe Emerson as well. Asked about the game tomorrow, he said it's as big as all the others. You get 3 points for it. Brilliant. We want to finish this part of the season in good form. There we go. We know we need to do better in the Premier League. If you look at Europe, you would say the break is a bad thing. But if you look at the league for us, it could be a good thing. I am hasten to agree. Well, I agree. I mean, the thing is, Europe, we've got the break in Europe because we won our group stage, and actually there's no European games till February anyway. So there is a break in Europe in terms of the European games, but in the league, definitely, I think they say, and I'm going to get pet. They say a break is as good as a change, and maybe that's what we need. Maybe it's what we need. So, it is what it is. But that's what they do say, isn't it? It's what they do say. But anyway, so I'll get pelters for that, I know. But I think, we've got this one game and then the break. We've got the Cambridge game on the 6th, I think, and then we've got Fulham on a friendly on the 17th, the week before the Premier League sort of starts again. We've got six players that going. Vlasic obviously on loan. Areola's unlikely to get any game time. He may well get a game if France, obviously Hugo Lloris is the French number one. And then you've got the likes of Declan Rice will be playing a lot of games, a lot of game time for him. Same as Tilo Kehrer, who's one of the most used players for the German national team at the moment. Paqueta, you'd imagine he'll be getting a lot of game time, and again as well. So those four will get a lot of game time for sure. And Vlasic will as well, but I'd imagine. But obviously he's on loan, so to Torino at the moment, so not as pressing. I think when we play Arsenal, I think Arsenal could have up to 10 players going to the World Cup, and that's what for the first couple of weeks. I think that's going to be first couple of game weeks. After everyone's back, you're going to get a lot of interesting results based on people coming back fit, people coming back for the World Cup tired, and vice versa. So people like Haaland, who's not getting any game time at all, because obviously Norway haven't qualified, so he'll be chomping at the bit seeing the likes of Messi and Ronaldo and all those lot banging him in for the World Cup. He'll want to make an impression. So woe betide anyone who he's playing with the first couple of games at least. When asked about Leicester in general, he said the Premier League is throwing up so many different anomalies, and you've seen some shock results. It could be due to the World Cup or fixtures, but we know we're playing against a Leicester side that are doing well, and that's what Jack was saying today. Jack was saying how they've come. They were crap at the beginning of the season, and they've sort of found this form in the last few games. We've got exactly the same goal difference, or exactly the same goal difference score, exactly the same points as them, but they've scored, I think, twice as many goals as us and conceded twice as many goals practically as well. So it's and it was basically, he was saying those first few games were absolutely appalling for them, but they found a bit of form, and I think there's a few injury doubts. I think Justin's out with his ACL or something like that, he was saying, but that's about it. They got a few guys back as well. So, and obviously Maddison, there was a question about Maddison. I didn't bother putting it on here, but obviously James Maddison being called up to the World Cup. Moyes said it was a good pick from Gareth, basically. Asked a bit more about Leicester City. He said we'll give some of the players. Oh, sorry. I do apologise. Have I already done that one? Yep, done right. Sorry, I do apologise. Talk about the World Cup. He said in the breaks, we'll give some players a bit of rest. Some players, I like that. We'll give some players a bit of rest and then come back and get them in good nick. They've been great here, so hopefully we can get them back from the break in good condition. And hopefully that will include Mr. Maxwell Cornet, who we know is out until the World Cup, until after the World Cup. Where he is, we do not know. Sorry, there is. So I do apologise. There is something, another bit from Leicester. My apologies. He said of Leicester, we've got the same points as them, and so we must have done something okay in the league. They are playing well, so we'll need to be at our best. I don't agree with that first statement. We've got the same amount of points, so we must have done something okay in the league. We're 14th and 15th in the league, so I don't agree with that point. We've got to be at our best. Leicester are no mugs. I think they've got about 7 players going to the World Cup as well. They're playing really well. Someone like Maddison will want to show Gareth Southgate that he was right to pick him. It's going to be interesting, I think, this game week. Players, literally, the World Cup starts next Sunday or next weekend. So it's going to be really strange because you've got, I think 50-50 balls. Some people are going to put it in. Maybe the less honest players aren't going to go for it as much as they would do. I don't know. It's a strange. It'll be a strange time, I think, coming up. No, not that. Sorry. It'll be a strange time, really. So I think I think this weekend you're going to see some weird results. I think Boxing Day, and maybe even that sort of 30th one. We'll see a lot of weird results as well. I just want to give a big shout out to Poppy. She's in the squad for the final of the World Cup. the Women's World Cup, which is being played in New Zealand. They're playing New Zealand at Eden Park, so literally in their own back garden. So good luck to England tomorrow morning. I think it's 6:30 GMT. So if you are around, watch it. Cheer on Poppy. I think she's on the bench. She was. We've had her on the channel. She was. I think she was runner up to World Player of the year before last, as well as player of the tournament for the Six Nations, last but one, and one of the top leading try scorers in English women's rugby. So absolutely fantastic player, and a hammer as well. And a hammer to boot. Can't get worse than that. We can't get better than that, to be honest. And that's it, my friends. Short and sweet. I said, if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. Maybe watch me waffle on with Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher at the Overlap. We put a little video up, a little video blog, but it's got the clip in it that I was in as well. So if you fancy it, if not, don't worry. Because we're West Ham, we only got 2 minutes at the end anyway. Because it's, the greedy six. And that's it. So take care, everyone. Stay safe, stay warm, stay healthy, stay positive. Enjoy the break. We'll still be around with Hammers headlines and stuff like that. Don't you worry. But hopefully we'll get a result to finish the season off, or finish this first bit of the season off well. But let's wait and see. Bye-bye, friends. Bye-bye. Take care.